Also, President Bola Tinubu has told women of the All Progressives Congress that it is time to take back the country from forces bent on ruining it. The president also assured that issues of security, healthcare system, and industrialization will be top priorities of his administration. And State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
These women were neck deep in the campaign to elect Bola Tinubu as president. They are here not only to celebrate the results of their efforts, but also to commend the way President Tinubu's administration has jump-started the vehicle of governance. President Bola Tinubu assured women in the country that his administration will do whatever it takes to retrieve the country from vested interests that have stifled national development.
You work so hard politically, despite so many hurdles on our way. You overcame many problems. You are the one who can educate better the public to understand that we have to go through this. Cartel and thieves have been raping also and fleecing this country before now. You say enough is enough.
These women of the APC, led by Betta Edu, also have more to tell the president before this visit. They want to feature prominently in President Tinubu's administration and get more appointments for women.
Seated with you here today are women that have come to say thank you. Thank you for who you are to the Nigerian woman. Thank you because in the last couple of days, when you rolled out your appointments, women did not just have the 35% of affirmative action we were asking for. Well, just in case you don't know, we have 40% right now. Appointed by Mr. President so far, out of the 10, 4 of them are women. We've come to say thank you. That is unprecedented. I would believe that you will do more.
President Bola Tinubu continues to emphasize his administration's open door policy to ensure everyone is carried along and no group in the country is left behind.
In the meantime, President Tinubu earlier today met former Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode, Kaduna Governor as well, Uba, in Aso Rock. The meeting is coming after the president met with Mr. Ambode at the state reception organized for him by Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on June the 29th. The perceived return of Mr. Ambode to the mainstream of Lagos politics reportedly began with Governor Sanwo-Olu's visit to his predecessor's home to celebrate his 60th birthday on June the 14th. There are indications that President Tinubu is considering Mr. Ambode for an appointment in his government, with this meeting believed to be an avenue to conclude discussions on it. The president also received in audience the Kaduna State Governor, Senator Uba Sani. Elsewhere, the Presidential Election Petition Court has reserved judgment in the petition of the Allied People's Movement seeking disqualification of President Bola Tinubu from the February the 25th presidential election on ground of unlawful nomination. The court adjourned its verdict indefinitely after parties in the matter adopted their final addresses seeking various requests, and judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
The Allied People's Movement is praying the court to nullify the election of President Tinubu on grounds that his vice presidential candidate Kashim Shettima unlawfully allowed himself to be nominated twice for the 2 different constituencies. The vice president has been nominated by the All Progressives Congress APC as a candidate for Borno Central Senatorial District and was later nominated by the same party as vice presidential candidate following the withdrawal of one Kebiru Masari, who was the initial vice presidential candidate. The grounds of the APM's petition was that the vice president and the APC breached the Electoral Act by engaging in alleged double nomination. At today's proceedings, where final addresses were adopted, APM through its counsel asked the court to evoke relevant laws to nullify the nomination of Tinubu and Shettima on the ground of unlawful, illegal, an unjustifiable nomination. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which is the first respondent in the petition, prayed the court to dismiss the petition for lacking in merit. APC represented by Lateef Fagbemi asked the court to dismiss the petition on all grounds for being frivolous, irritating, and unwarranted. In the same vein, the president and the vice president represented by BOLA Tinubu argued that the APM's petition ought not to have been filed in the first instance and demanded its outright dismissal. Mr. Tinubu told the court that the petition ought to have been withdrawn honorably. Immediately, the Supreme Court made pronouncement on no party has the right to dabble into how another party nominates its candidate for elective offices. Shortly after the proceedings, the presiding justice of the court, Justice Haruna Samani, adjourned judgment indefinitely. Justice Samani told counsellors in the court that they will be communicated once judgment is ready. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
And still on security matters, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has flagged off the distribution of checks to cover insurance benefits to the next of kin of officers who pay the supreme price and those who have suffered permanent deformities in the line of duty. More than 500 million naira in checks was issued to 68 families of deceased officers and those injured in the line of duty at the Force Headquarters, Abuja. The IGP reaffirmed that a Nigerian police force under his watch firmly believes that human life is valuable and would give priority to the well-being of officers and men of the force.
Today, I am proud to announce that checks will be presented to a total of 68 families of deceased officers who lost their lives in the line of duty and are captured under the Group Life Assurance 2022/2023 policy year. The total sum of these checks amounts to 535,618,788 naira 44 kobo.
Now to other stories. A mock tribunal organized by a coalition of civil societies are calling on Total Energies to respect the rights of local communities that have been allegedly affected by the activities. This comes following reports of alleged intimidation and displacement of communities in Uganda by the oil company. After hearing from the victims, the tribunal concluded that Total Energies has cases to answer for alleged human and environmental rights abuses and other abuses relating to oil exploration activities in Kasenyi and other villages.
The first step is to take all of our findings to the Ugandan Human Rights Commission. Then, depending on the action of the Human Rights Commission itself or inaction, we have the option of going to the African People's Court. The reason we are planning to do that is we know how sometimes homelands fail us, in-country governments fail us, because sometimes they are also complicit. They are